Oh, it's that time again. There's a new toy crowdfunder toy out, and there's gonna be two camps. The oh cool, I want that. That looks so awesome. And the oh, I can't believe toy companies got a crowdfund for the toys. Oh wow, they're costing so much. Who's gonna pay that? I don't know what it is about today's generation, or hell, it's probably my generation does it too. We all turn into a bunch of bitches. We complain about any new movie that's out, TV show, and even the toys that are out. And I'm mostly going to talk about crowdfunding toys here because I can't believe people get upset at crowdfunding toys. It's something in the 90s as an adult collector. It was something I would have dreamed of. It would have been awesome to have toys made just for us collectors. Toy companies making some cool toys out there that would never have mass appeal. It would never be a toy that you see at Walmart that had to appeal to me, an adult collector, and to a kid. And mostly to a kid, as they buy most of the toys. They're making stuff especially for us collectors. It's awesome. It's an awesome time. And to be honest with you, I've never backed into these toys. I've never really seen anything that made me think, oh, I gotta have that. I'm really tight with my money, as you know. And yes, I'm gonna complain about people complaining about toy prices, but I do agree that it's out of control. But is it just the toy market that's out of control when it comes to toys? I mean, gas is overpriced now. Groceries are going up. Everything is going up. And I go to the grocery store once a week almost, and usually about $60 to $70. And now I'm spending like $130 with less food, it seems like. I went to the grocery store yesterday. I was like, there's nothing to eat in here after I got back. Everything's going up. So I can't just blame the toy company for raising their prices. When gas goes up, when it costs more to produce and make these toys, when it costs more to get them to a store, it's going to go up. I can't blame Hasbro and Mattel for something that's going around all over. It's a lot deeper than just blaming the toy company. But let's get back to crowdfunding. This is when they're going to make something especially for you. And anyone that's ever ordered anything specially made or made for a smaller market, you know it's going to cost more, because they're going to have to sell a lot less of them, but they're going to have to still make their profit. And there seems to be a thing now where people think toy companies should be making these toys for us, not to make money. Sorry. The number one goal for Hasbro, Mattel, or whoever is to get you to give them your money. They want you out there working hard, making that money, and giving it to them. That's their goal. That's why they're here. If they weren't here to make money, they wouldn't be making these toys. Now, I guess you could say, well, they're making too much of a profit. I don't know what the profit they're making on some of these crowdfunding toys are, so I can't really say, and it's not up to me to say, hey, that's too much. I'm not really sure. Again, a lot of it's overpriced. A lot of it, for me, I just can't spend that much on something toy related. And if I ever do, it's usually going to be something vintage and old, just because I like that better. But last night I did a video about the original Eternia playset, and I was over on Reddit reading some posts there, people complaining about the price. I think they were asking $550 for the new one to get crowdfunded. Let's say $600 after shipping and everything, which I give you is a lot of money. I mean, that is a lot of money. Too much for me to pay for a playset. But let's go back to 1986. It was $140. Now, I know some of the catalog companies sold it for about $100, but let's say $140. The average income, I looked this up before this video, the average income in 1986 was $29,000. Yep, $29,000. So there's a lot of people that made under that also. Some people made more, but the average was $29,000 a year. Asking someone that made, let's say you made $25,000 a year, or $29,000, $140 for a toy, that's crazy. And today, the average income, in the U.S. at least, is $63,000. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know where these people live to make $63,000. Sure ain't in the state of Georgia, I can tell you that. I need to move, because I really doubt the average pay in this state is $63,000. But that's what Google told me, the average pay in the U.S. is $63,000. So, $600, it's a big chunk of your weekly paycheck. But just like it was a big chunk back in 1986. Now, is it more of a chunk? Yes, it is more of a chunk, because it always seems like inflation rises a lot faster than what you're being paid rises. Inflation goes through the roof, and What they're paying you is less, just a little bit more, a little bit more. Ooh, you get 10 cents more this year than you got last year. But crowdfunding toys, it's amazing that they're doing this. They're doing this for us. Again, they're doing it to get their money. Don't get me wrong. But they're making toys. We would in the 90s never dreamed they would have made a toy just for us adult collectors. And it's usually some kind of toy that we always thought we wanted or talked about, or why didn't they make this? This is awesome. So they're all listening to us. Now, sometimes these won't get back, sometimes they will. And there also seems to be something going online where if a toy isn't backed by one of these toy companies, there's like a celebration. Like people are excited, happy. Why? Because some toy collector that really wanted that toy is not going to ever get it. They're probably never going to go back to it, meaning it didn't get backed. And that's something to celebrate. Hasbro did a while back a crowdfund for the new lightsaber for the character Raven from the Obi-Wan show. Now, Raven or Rava, whatever her name was. I didn't like the character. She screamed too much. Bring me the Jedi! I got on my nerves. But there's someone out there that's a character that's a fan of that character. There's someone out there that's just a fan of lightsabers. And one of the lightsaber, when they did a crowdfunding for it, they didn't get back. Now, chances are that lightsaber is never going to get made. This guy's probably collecting lightsabers, and that's one he's going to have to scratch off his list that they're never going to make now. So, although I wasn't a fan of the character, I don't understand why people would get excited that it didn't get back. Why do you care if something gets backed? Don't buy it if you don't want it. No, I don't understand why you would be happy something didn't get backed. Not only have I seen people celebrating that something didn't get backed, I've seen them say, hey, don't back it. They're asking other people not to back it. Hey, don't back that. If you back that, that's just going to encourage them to make more crowdfund toys or to ask more crazy high prices for a crowdfund toy. I understand if you don't want to back it because, one, you think it's overpriced, two, maybe you don't want it, or three, you don't like the whole concept of crowdfund toys. I don't understand why you wouldn't like that. I mean, it's kind of a dream come true for toy collectors, but if you don't like that, I can understand why you personally don't like it, but why would you want someone else not to back it? Why wouldn't you want it to be backed unless you just want it to fail and then never do it again? But I don't see how them doing crowdfunding hurts you in the long run, even if you're not going to buy it. I've never bought a crowdfund toy. I've never had a reason. I've never seen anything. Now, the job of sell barge, I was like, that's awesome, but I ain't spending that kind of money on a sell barge. Too big and get nowhere to put it, and that's a lot of money. I ain't doing it, but a lot of you guys backed it. A lot of you guys got it, and a lot of you guys love it, and I am jealous of that. But I don't understand why you would be upset if Hasbro or some other toy company did a crowdfund toy. They're making stuff that's not going to go to retail. Hell, most stuff don't even show up at retail now. They're not worried, hey, kids are going to buy this and adults are going to buy it. No. This is aimed for adults. Make it especially for them. I see nothing but win-win when it comes to crowdfund. And I know the argument is it's overpriced when it's crowdfund, but I understand it's a limited market. They got to make more money selling it because they're not going to sell as many of them as if they put it in Walmart and Target and places like that. We all know that. It's the basic of running a company. And yes, the prices have always been a little crazy, right? There's always been some toy that's crazy. Maybe not as crazy as today, but crazy. Go back to 1978. Kenner's Star Wars Death Star, one of the best playsets ever. A lot of people didn't have it because it just cost too much for parents back in 1978. This thing had a retail cost of around $20, depending on where you see it at. So don't tell me, oh, I saw $17.99. The average was about $20 for it. Now, that was 1978. In today's dollars, that comes to about $95 to $100, depending on what inflation calculator you use. I used two different ones. They both gave me around $95 to $100. So $100 is still a lot to play for. I'm not paying $100 for a playset. Now, they redid the Death Star, maybe so. But I know this video is not going to do any good. People out there that bitch and complain, oh, I don't like crowdfunding toys. You're still going to bitch and complain about it and try to, let's show these toy companies we don't like crowdfunding. Don't back this. Don't back this. Don't tell people to do with their money. When I said don't open vintage, rare, expensive toys just for the views on the internet, I got told by a lot of people, don't tell me what to do with my money. Well, don't tell anyone else. If they want to back something because it's something they always wanted or they're a fan of that series of toys, nothing wrong with that. I don't know if I got more to say, but it just, come on, people. Can't we just quit the bitching a little bit? Calm down a little bit on the bitching? Oh, You say don't bitch about toys, but you're bitching about toys. So we're all just bitching about stuff. But I don't understand the crowdfunding thing, why it upsets so many people. And hey, if you see a crowdfund out there and you want to fund it, you like the toy, and find it awesome, you want to back it. If you see the toy and you're like, I like it, too much for me, you're not going to back it, don't back it. Don't. But do we have to celebrate when something doesn't get backed? Do we have to try to get other people, don't back it? This is why they're greedy Hasbro, trying to make money. How dare they? Now I'm going to go here because I'm still getting over being sick. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm losing my voice. Probably going to be a lot of edits of me coughing. So I'm going to get out of here. But let me know what you think about crowdfunding toys and people complaining on the internet. As always, thumbs up, like my content. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.